You want to make this interesting? If I can shoot 6 out of 6 on Albert's behalf, you owe him $1. If I can't, he owes you $1.
Wait, what?
$1? I've never seen $1. Nobody's got $1. Let us see the dollar.
There's a fine line between an in-game economy meant to reward intense play and one meant to... Wait a minute, what am I saying? There's no fine line at all. As gamers, we know in our gut when an in-game economy and its grind are a ploy to get you to spend your real hard-earned cash for imaginary currency. And that's exactly why I'm worried about Red Dead Online. Psst. Come sit down. Let's have a chat. Let's talk. Gators Camp. Right now, a lot of gamers are honestly concerned that Red Dead Online's monetization is going to be greedier than Grand Theft Auto Online's. And if you didn't know, GTA Online has reportedly made over $6 billion. That's B in billion dollars. Now you can see a link supporting this in the description of this video. Let's be blunt, if GTA's online profit model is one we're emulating, then we're in for a kind of greed that would embarrass a Gilded Age robber baron as he lit a cigar with a $100 bill before knocking up an Irish parlor maid. However, before going into that part of the video where I constructively criticize the in-game economy, let me preface this with some super obvious statements. First, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an incredible game. It's likely to be the game of the year for the vast majority of critics, pundits, and so-called gaming influencers. Second, if you like every part of the game, including the part I'm about to go scorched earth on, then good. Good for you. I'm happy you love it. I just ask that you contemplate the possibility that not everyone wants to spend hours killing hundreds of bears and selling pelts like some 1860s syphilitic French trapper. Or is that redundant? Lastly, I'm going to be using a lot of exaggeration and hyperbole, so all you autistic nerds waiting to ping me to death with metrics and your personal facts, it's hyperbole. We've been told that we're looking at a beta at the Red Dead Online. They promised that things would change, maybe on the very day this video is released. But it has to be said, the current state of the economy in this game is insane. So let's break this down by going back and looking at Rockstar and Take-Two's Golden Goose, GTA Online. GTA Online, for all its billions of profits, doesn't have a two-currency system. Red Dead Online does, and that's where things get hinky. Two-currency systems are pretty much synonymous with mobile and free-to-play games, with their hyper-aggressive monetization all tied to a direct cash value currency. Whether it's diamonds or gems or super special Vanguard points, or in this case gold bars like in Red Dead Online. This system sets off alarm bells for experienced gamers. Whoop, whoop!
That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the beast!
The problem here is that Red Dead Online has a minimum of a $60 entry fee. To even start playing Red Dead Online costs 60 bones, 60 smackaroos, 60 clams. My theory is that Red Dead Online's release was staggered so most people would not notice the gatekeeping price tag of $60. And let me add, a lot of people paid way more than $60. There were several more expensive editions. If Red Dead Online was a free-to-play add-on, I would have no issues with this economy. Let me say that again for everyone who clicked away and checked on their bid for a slightly used penis pump. If Red Dead Online was a free-to-play add-on, I would have no issues with this economy. Because some people are compelled to defend poor corporate decisions, I know some people are saying that this current two-currency system is fine. Look, it's really easy to make money. All you gotta do is hunt for like 9 hours. Okay, first off, let's take a moment to consider the complete what the fuckery that this pricing system in this game. This is a Sears catalog page from the 1890s. Guns cost less than a Little Caesar's pizza.
There it is! It's beautiful! Take your hat off, boy, that's a $1 bill!
But because of the two-tier currency system, and the fact that no one wants to pay $20 for a shiny buffalo nickel, they've ramped up the prices to modern levels. I'm just gonna say it, it's stupid. Talk about breaking suspension of disbelief, and then kicking it in the balls, and then taking its mom on a date to Hooters. I mean, you just came from the story where you had to bust your ass for $3. Now you're expected to shell out hundreds for a shotgun. 1 minute you're hanging out with guys who reuse coffee grounds, the next Jay-Z just stuck you with the dinner bill. I mean, I've only seen like 20 plus memes mocking this exchange rate in this game. For example, the gold wedding band is worth less than a can of beans. Bottom line, this is a video game and no one's expecting it to be hyper-realistic, but in its current state it's a massive grind fest. Unless you're some hardcore unemployed person with tons of free time or you're an 11-year-old, no one has time for that. And yes, I've seen the plethora of videos and articles that explains how to make money fast. Hunting, fishing, more hunting. YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, it's littered with them. Do I really have to be the one to point out this is not a very diverse playstyle? And it's tedious so that you'll hope that you will buy currency, even though you've already bought the game? Doesn't that seem, I don't know, greedy? Paul Tassi with Forbes, or Forbes.com, in his article, Red Dead Online could cost Rockstar $1 billion if it doesn't fix its economy quickly. He said it best, and I quote, "The entire economy seems broken to the point where it's hard to know what Rockstar was thinking releasing it in this state. I mean, I know what they were thinking. By making a two-tier currency with cash and gold bars, the bars will eventually be sold in the store as shortcuts to pretty much everything, including many of the best outfits, horses, weapons in the game. This is a simple setup to boost the in-game currency sales. It's that simple. Cruising Reddit, there's a clear divide of people who think it's fine and people who don't. Great, if you're fine with it. We'll give you a cookie or whatever. But be honest, wouldn't you rather not have a game be a choice between pay to win or massive grind? What kind of misogynist says, oh, I'm totally okay with spending my hours grinding to buy a can of beans? That sounds great. No, really, it's super fun. I don't want to improve my experience. I enjoy that feeling in my life as being slowly wasted because I don't like to pay for a game 3 times in order to really experience it. In my opinion, a game with online multiplayer mode needs several diversified play options for balance. If only one of them is viable, that is simply a poor design, and thinking behind it is short-sighted. Rockstar released a statement saying that they would be making changes based on the beta feedback, but it was vague. It didn't commit to specific changes, and it didn't go far enough if you ask me. So I think it's time to add constructive criticism. It's nice seeing Paul Tassi's skill up and Jim Sterling challenging the design as well. I mean, hell, you can't even catch wild horses and make them your own. I honestly cannot understand this. I mean, I can't understand it because I can see people being forced to shell out $10 to $20 real money for a single Arabian horse, which is ludicrous. But again, the reason that could happen is due to a flaw in the game's economy that needs to be addressed. Let's not be complacent. Let Rockstar and Take-Two know that we're not okay with the system. Because if we learn anything from Grand Theft Auto Online, Red Dead Online is going to be around for years to come. If we don't draw a line in the sand now, we're going to be stuck hunting bear pelts until we die of boredom. Or until we get banned from the game for bitching about the pay-to-win assholes who dash by on their Arabian steeds and don't know the value of sweat, hard work, and 142 days spending hunting goddamn bear pelts. So please excuse me. I need to go hunt for a few hours. Cowboy outfits don't pay for themselves. And obviously, thank you so much for watching.